Picture this, a recording studio somewhere far, far away.
Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion, episode 340, on the 31st of March. Yes, indeed. I'm looking at a Spectrum game that was released this year. Yes, it's a 2020 release, and it's Vampire Vengeance. This is the sort of little intro, I think. I don't think there's any sort of animation or anything there, apart from the little flames there. But basically, Count Orlak is who you are, and there he is on the right-hand side, bottom there. I believe that's who we're going to be playing as. So, totally love the look of this game when I had a look at the preview. So I thought, yeah, what the hell, we'll download it and we'll give it a go. So let's get stuck in. So you got keyboard, Kempston joystick, and Sinclair. Have to excuse me, my voice is going. So there I am, little bat flying around. And the idea basically is to clear each screen and then you head to your coffin in the top right. That's what I... Look at him. Yes, and you can actually bite. It's great. Okay, so let's first of all look at graphical presentation, because we normally start with that anyway. I think it's great. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think the sprites are really, really nice. The colours are nice and bright, which is always a good thing. Animations, very cutesy. I can't get... Look at that. With the flames as well. Now, pretty much anything on the screen is doom. If you fly into those spikes, they kill you. The blokes walking around can... yeah, I just flew into him and died. If you're in bat form, you can die pretty much straight away. When you're in vampire form, then you can walk up. I try and do this from the back because it's easier, because these buggers can stab you. So the best thing to do is to try and sneak up behind them and bite them that way. Now, controls are fairly easy. It's left, right, up, down. Now, if you press up, you'll turn into the bat, and then it's the same controls again. When you land, you must press down to turn back into the vampire. And fire button is your devour, basically. So you can chase them around the screen with your mouth wide open, which is brilliant. But it's just, I mean, it's obviously based on the Nosferatu vampire, because why not? But it's very, very well done, and it's great fun to play. Actually, I'm having a great time with this one. But yeah, it's about time we had a vampire game where you can actually bite people. There's not many, apart from, I suppose, you're looking at PlayStation and Blood Omen and the Legacy of Kain series, but I don't think there's many games that allow you to eat your victims quite so willingly as this, which is nice. So it's a refreshing change to be able to... Look at him chasing after them. It's great. So basically hold the fire button down and then walk towards them, and he'll do that rather nice little animation. I love the bat animation as well. I think it's brilliant that you can turn into a bat and there's no sort of energy meter on it or at all like that. And when you are devouring your victims, we shall call them, the border of the screen also turns red. You've got to be careful though, because you've only got a certain amount of time to actually devour them. So if there's a couple of them on the screen at once, you've got to be careful that the other one doesn't sneak up behind you and stab you in the back, so to speak. So level design is really nice as well, actually. There's nothing here that's overly taxing at the moment. It sort of eases you in, so that's quite nice as well. These little knights here, just, yeah, well, they deserve to be eaten. Now, looking at the moon in the top right-hand corner there, what does that remind you of? It reminds me of another Spectrum game. Whizball, actually. Yeah, so I don't know if that was intentional, but it does look like Whizball making a little cameo appearance in the top right-hand corner there. Like I said, I don't think it is Whizball. I think it's just the way the moon's been graphically presented. But it would be a nice little nod to Whizball if it was, wouldn't it? That'd be quite cool. Now, we're going to move on. Sound, it's just that music's great. It's very atmospheric. It's kind of that old spooky type sound that you would expect from a vampire game. It's a bit Ghosts and Goblins as well, which is nice, because it's, you know, that would make perfect sense as well if it was a homage to the sort of Ghosts and Goblins and Ghouls and Ghosts series. That would make perfect sense, as they're in the same sort of genre, which is really nice. But it's just, what a great game. I mean, we're finding out now what the Spectrum could actually do, and I think that's really, really nice. No one, I don't think anyone could have predicted that games of this caliber could be done on an actual Spectrum, because you can play this on an actual Speccy, and the ZX Spectrum Next, I believe you can play it on that as well, and any emulators that you would use at home on your home PCs. So you can see now the levels are starting to get a little bit more taxing, so you've got to be a bit more on the ball with this now, which is great, because it ramps up the difficulty in a way that people can easily progress through the game. Like you can see how many knights there are. You can see how much space you've got to deal with to land and bite them. There's a relic on this stage actually in the top left hand corner, because you'll see in the heads up display the top left is your lives, by the way, followed by what stage you're on and how many relics you've actually collected. Now that red one is a relic, so we'll go and grab that. You must be in human form. And I think it's quite fun that the colour palette is still there. I don't know if that's a bug or intentional, but your bat looks quite cool in red. But I would imagine as soon as you collected that relic, it's supposed to disappear and the colour's supposed to. But look, I'm a red bat. Awesome. So yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Playability wise, it's just totally. It just gels together so well. The controls are very responsive, and it's a great little game. And I think if you like vampire games, if you like platformers and eat-em-ups, we shall call them, then this game is for you. You will come back to this game again and again, even if you finish it. But you said it's got sort of tones of Jet Set Willy as well, really, hasn't it? Which is again no bad thing, because Jet Set Willy was huge, but uncompletable, as we know. But yeah, this is Vampire Vengeance, and I thoroughly recommend you try this one out if you haven't already. I will include the website in the description, so you can download it yourself and have a go. And I'd love to hear your comments, what you think when you've played it as well, because you can only take my word and what I'm playing here for granted. But if you actually like the look of the game, give it a go. Let me know how you got on and what stage you got to, whether you finished it, etc., that sort of thing. Really quite look forward to seeing the comments from all of you guys. It's always nice to say hello and interact with you guys as well. So yeah, feel free to leave me a message on the in the comments below. Age range, I'm gonna say pretty much any. It's got a nice learning curve for the youngsters, and for us seasoned pros, basically there's something here for everyone. Unless you don't like platform games, in which case you're probably not going to like this as much. But just for the whole novelty of playing a vampire and being able to bite or consume, look at the little cute little skeletons they leave behind. I mean, he must eat their clothes as well, which is, unless they're running around nude, which I really hope they're not, but there you go. Who knows? It's only a one-player game, but again, you could play swap the joystick. Oh dear, I completed 20% nearly, so that's nice. I'll have another quick blast before I leave you. I hope you're all staying safe during this lockdown that we're having, and finding plenty to do. This game, I recommend you give it a go. It'll keep you busy for a while. I found some more independent games as well, which I'm going to be looking at in the coming days. So yeah, there's going to be plenty of new exciting Spectrum stuff and C64 stuff, and possibly Nintendo stuff as well, all independently done, so nothing you've probably played before, which is great. God Killer is another one that I'm going to be looking at on the Spectrum, which again is a fantastic game. So I've had a little play on that today and very impressed. So and it's actually a real look at that, look at his face. But God Killer is another one I'm going to be looking at in the very near future. It's very good. So yeah, stay tuned for some more great independent retro gaming, and don't worry, I will get back to the say this in quotations, the popular games that we used to play, but it's nice to be brought into this year playing Spectrum games that were released this year. I think that's just brilliant. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Anyway, that's enough for me. You guys all keep safe. Say hello in the comments. And just welcome to everybody that's new and subscribed to the channel recently. It's great to have you along. And for all you guys that are already subscribed, you're absolute diamonds. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll catch you soon. Keep it retro and bye for now.